Sleeping Dogs is an open-world third-person action game published by Square Enix and developed by United Front Games. On August 14, 2012, it was released. On October 10, 2014, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition was released on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Critics gave Sleeping Dogs generally positive reviews, and it was nominated for Action Game of the Year and Outstanding Achievement in Story at the 2013 D.I.C.E Interactive Achievement Awards. Despite winning awards and other praise, the game is underrated. Let's take a look back at this masterpiece and what happened in the story. The game begins in Victoria Harbor and undercover cop Wei Shen is apprehended after a narcotics transaction goes wrong. When Wei is jailed, he encounters his childhood buddy, Jackie Ma, who invites him to join his gang once they are freed. In the interrogation room, Wei later meets with his superiors, Superintendent Thomas Pendrew, and his handler Raymond Mack. Wei claims to have reconnected with the Sun On Yi. Wei is introduced to Winston Chu, a Sun On Yi Red Pole and the commander of the Water Street Gang, after meeting with Jackie. Winston sends Wei on various missions to reclaim territory from Winston's adversary, Dog Eyes, the head of the Jade Gang. Wei is detained again on one assignment by Inspector Jane Teng, but Pendrew bails him out and confirms his status as an undercover cop to Teng. Winston goes on the offensive after learning about Dog Eye's attack on the Golden Koi by attacking one of Dog Eye's warehouses. However, doing so will upset Uncle Po, the chairman and dragon head of the Sun On Yi. Winston is persuaded by Wei to spare Dog Eye's drug manufacturer Shu Hua and pay Uncle Po a larger profit than the Jade Gang proposes. Wei succeeds and wins the Water Street Gang's complete trust. When Winston receives a call from Uncle Po, who asks to meet with Wei, he informs Raymond, who is afraid that Wei is becoming one of them. Raymond, on the other hand, relents as Wei gets closer to infiltrating the Sun On Yi. The Sun On Yi is attacked by the 18K, a rival Hong Kong triad gang, on Winston and his fiancée Peggy Lee's wedding day. Winston and Peggy are killed in the attack, and Uncle Po is severely injured, but Wei manages to get him to the hospital. Uncle Po promotes Wei to the position of Red Pole and succeeds Winston as head of the Water Street Gang in exchange for saving his life. Wei captures a member of the 18K named Johnny Ratface at the request of Winston's mother, Mrs. Chu. Mrs. Chu tortures Johnny to death. Before his demise he admits that Dog Eyes were behind the attack. Wei catches Dog Eyes, whom she also kills and dismembers. When fellow Sun On Yi Red Pole Henry Big Smile Lee threatens to take over the Water Street Gang's turf, Wei refuses, and Lee's goons attempt to intimidate Wei but fail. He does, however, agree to form an alliance with Red Pole Broken Nose Jiang in order to prevent Lee from attaining his objectives. A temporary chairman must be elected during a meeting with other Red Poles and a hospitalized Uncle Po. To avoid Lee nominating himself, Jiang proposes Po's nephew Tu Chin Sao. Wei sabotages Sao's house at Jiang's request to make him look unable to lead, limiting the post of chairman to Lee and Jiang. When Uncle Po dies unexpectedly and Wei installs a camera in Vivian's apartment for Sunny Hua, Pendrew informs him that his covert responsibilities are done, despite his protests. If Lee becomes the dragon head, the Sun On Yi would be worse than it was under Uncle Po. Pendrew, angered by Wei's disobedience, reveals details about his covert activities to Lee, who orders Jackie's kidnapping in order to lure Wei out. Despite the fact that Wei frees Jackie, he is kidnapped and murdered by Lee's assassin, Mr. Tong. Captured and tortured, Wei escapes and sets out to murder Lee, slaying his henchman in the process. Wei cornered Lee and killed him by throwing him headfirst into an ice chipper, crushing the upper part of his corpse into pieces after a lengthy and grueling chase. Raymond congratulates Wei on a well-executed case, but reminds him that Pendrew has been promoted to Interpol and cannot be interfered with. The next day, Wei receives a package from Jiang, the new Sun On Yi dragon head, with her parcel addressing her as Aunt Jiang. Despite the fact that the package is addressed to Officer Shen, revealing her knowledge of his undercover activities, it contains a video of Pendrew killing Uncle Po at the hospital. Po explains that he had worked out a deal with Pendrew to further his career in return for enabling the Sun On Yi to continue operating, but Pendrew acknowledges that Po has outlived his usefulness to him. Jiang is later seen observing Wei as he speaks with Teng. She instructs her triads to leave Wei alone since he has proven his loyalty to her, one way or another.